Good morning, happy Friday. So this is very random for me. It's very early as well, and I just had a feeling I wanted to share my thoughts with you this morning in regards to what I was meditating on, and kind of just to share what you think, what your views are. Have you always done this? And the question is, do you teach happiness to your children? Do you discuss happiness with your children? I mean, if there's something that I've learned in, just being here on this earth, is the fact that life is filled with a series of problems. Life is a heartbeat. It has its highs and it has its lows. But do we tie our happiness only to the time when we're on the high? How do we manage when we're on the low? Because from my experience in my past, I kind of always tied my happiness to when I was, when something was really exciting happening in my life, when an event had occurred that I've been waiting for. And when those events pass, I find myself being unhappy. But on my meditation this morning, and just from, books and educating myself, I am learning that happiness is not something that is earned. Happiness is not something that we get out of a reward. Happiness is a mental habit. Happiness is a mental attitude. Happiness is a choice that we decide that regardless of a future event, we will be happy now. Happiness is not tied to the future. Happiness is tied to our present. Happiness cannot be gotten from an object or cannot be gotten from material things. Happiness is just solely our ideas, our attitudes to everything happening around us. And whilst I'm learning this, I'm asking myself, as parents, do you sit your children down and do you make them understand the genesis of what it means to be happy? Because an achievement can bring the pleasure of happiness, but it doesn't retain the measure of happiness. Because we can achieve something and be happy for that moment in time, but then after the achievement has passed, do we retain the happiness? Because I'm starting to realize that happiness is something that we do on a daily basis, and we're sending our kids to school to get an education, sending our kids to school to be the best they can, which is great, but are we actually teaching them what it means to be happy? Are we explaining to them that happiness is an attitude that if it's not learned can never be experienced? Happiness is something that we choose on a daily basis, regardless of if we've earned the money that we want to earn in the year, or if we have the friend, or if we're married, or if we have children. Happiness is a constant daily choice. And I really wanted to share that with you today. I really want you to kind of take a minute. I want you to speak to your children. I want you to teach your children. I want you to emulate what it means to be happy. And our happiness should not be tied to things. Our happiness should not be tied to a future event. Let us introspect to really make the future a better place, not by just academic progression, but also by changing the way that we think and the way that our children think and the way that they better and introspect themselves. That is kind of my random thought this morning. I really wanted to share that with you. Okay, I was just in thought again, but anyway, have a lovely weekend, and hopefully see you soon. Bye.